Did you go to the college and do that talk about AI and everything?
I did.
Yeah. How did it go?
It went. Here, let me set up proper. I was painting, and I could
Yeah.
sit up and join you guys in a normal fashion here, so I'm not distracted. I am working on this painting right now. That it is. Do you ever just want to get it out of your face and be done with it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know that feeling. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's see it. Can I see it? Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I just want it to go away.
Yeah.
Ah,
Just to get it done. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so let's see what happened. Well, I took your push, yours and Edgeworth's push, and I went there the next day in the morning, and I got an hour's worth of video. I split it in two.
Wow. That's good. Yeah. That's good.
25, 30 kids, students mostly,
Yeah.
between the ages of 19 and 22.
Yeah.
And I had a couple adults, but I mean adults, older people, and I don't know. It's up there now, Edgeworth, on Blurt and everything. I had it private. I didn't mean to. I screwed up. I
Oh, okay. I'll have it. Yeah, tried to look for it, couldn't find it.
Mm.
Yeah, it
That's,
works now, and you could just skim through it. It's uh, it's not as interesting as yours because you have the background and
yeah.
in the sky and the outdoors, and it's yeah.
Yeah, and this was in the college, so it's a sort of expected environment that people would ask these sort of questions anyway. It's not, yeah, and people are studying art but I mean, did you ask them about AI killing art? What did you ask them?
Oh, okay. No, so I didn't ask. Damien, he's the professor who put my work up there. It was on the big screen. It was like, woo,
Mm.
like a cinematic screen. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
What
Nice.
he did was he started the talk. He got up on stage and he said, "This is a painting by Ron Troop. Uh, how many of you? A show of hands for who likes it." You know, and he gave it was the title was Conformity Noise, and most everyone liked
Like,
it. I
oh,
mean,
that's good. Yeah,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Which made me. Well, he introduced me first, so obviously they didn't want to be like there was a little pressure there, right?
yeah.
He did not introduce me actually. No, he did not. So, but anyway, and 2 minutes later, he says, "No, actually, I'm lying. This is Ron Troop's work, but AI made it.
Oh,
I uploaded 40 of his different works, and this is what it came out. How many of you like it now?" And barely anyone raised their hand.
oh, yes, yeah.
And then he went into a whole story where his take on it is, um, well, he went on just saying it's here to stay whether we like it or not. This is what he does for a living, and he says it's the worst it's ever going to be right now is how it's going to be for art. He's talking specifically, nothing else. And he says aside from the enormous environmental problems it's going to cause, which he understands completely, and
Yeah.
and all that, he says, we can have control over it if we don't use it, but otherwise it's here because nefarious parts of our population will be jumping on that no matter how much water it uses, right?
Yes. Yeah. That's it. It's the genie's out of the bottle. There's nothing you can do about it. I know what he's saying. That's it, yeah. But I think people, as soon as they found out, was it an AI image or was it your own?
Yeah, at the end, he goes back and says, "I'm lying again. This is actually Ron's.
It
How
was
many of you
yours.
like it now?" And they
Yes.
all they all
Oh,
raise
that's
their
it.
hand.
I think everyone needs to know that there's that human touch there, don't they? Whatever. So,
But the thing is, if AI can fake it, then there isn't a human touch there. It's
yeah.
a prejudice.
I think first you have to make it law that you have to let everyone know if it's AI. So you have to for the artist's copyright point of view. Just if it's an AI copy, and second that puts people off immediately. Everyone looks at it and so on. So what? It's very clever, but it's not the actual real thing.
Thing
So
is, if people are any good, then
mhm,
AI won't be able to do stuff that's indistinguishable from us.
yeah,
So I think the only artists that are threatened by AI are the artists who aren't any good. So I think AI is a
yeah.
good thing because it just clears out
It
all these
clears
bad
out. Oh, you
artists.
reckon? Yeah, it
Yeah.
clears out the bad artists. Yeah.
Artistically, I agree. You know what he used for an example? Because first of all, I didn't agree with 50% of what he was talking about. He said he's a film buff, and his favorite actor of all time is Jimmy Stewart.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, if AI made, 10 years down the road, it's so advanced that it can actually make a Jimmy Stewart movie, a new one, that he would love to see it anyway. And I said, I don't know. I don't want to see the dead reinvented. I don't want to see a
I
dead
really
body.
don't. It's creepy, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
it really is creepy when they recreate these old actors and things. Yeah, it is. It is a
Well,
bit.
And why? When you can have, why would you? It's like, what would Jimmy Stewart think of that? It's
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
or his great grandchildren or anything, right?
Yeah.
It's all goofy.
It's a result. Art is a results game. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry.
It's a-
What? I didn't hear that. What?
Art is a results game. It's about the end result. If the end result
Right.
is good, it is good. If the end result isn't good, it isn't good. And I think anything other than that is just window dressing. I saw a similar conversation about outsider artists, and they would say, does it matter the story of the artist to whether or not we like the outsider art? And you had this old academic guy going, "Oh, it's really important to understand this, that, and the other," which to me
Right.
was debunking himself, because he's just proving that it's essentially a prejudice. It's not about the art; it's about the story of the art. That's what they like.
Right.
So it
And
depends what
here's
you like. Do you like the artwork itself, or is it all about the story? And I think they're two distinct things.
they're definitely two distinct things, but being historically motivated for me, here's my daughter's or my granddaughter's "I love you," right?
Oh, yeah.
Right now, as just pretend it's a piece of art. Yeah, it says "I love you." That's nice. I'm going to put it up. But my granddaughter made it.
So that's
Yeah.
sentimental value for you.
Right.
Which I would say
Right.
is independent to its artistic value. I mean, I'm the
Oh,
same
no.
with Freya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't
Yeah.
throw away any. If Freya's done 2 lines on a bit of paper, I'll keep it.
Yeah.
I won't
yeah,
throw away
yeah.
any of Freya's
It's like
stuff.
when I'm trying to draw on the desk and I can't. Yeah, he tells
But
me don't
that's-
rub it out because it's got Fair's drawings on there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's just sentimental value because it's something Freya did and blah blah blah. But I would separate that from,
Yeah.
like, when you're a kid. If I'm a kid and I'm looking at a picture and I like it, I like it. And if someone
Mhm.
came up to you when I was 5 years old and said, "Oh, by the way,
Yeah. Right.
that was done
Right.
by a robot," I'm like, I don't care if it's done by a robot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we
Right.
haven't had any snobbery instilled in us when we're young. When we're young, we don't care. We just like stuff we like, and we don't like stuff we don't like.
Yeah.
And nothing muddies that water,
Yeah.
which I really like that about kids. And I think if we preserve that in adulthood, then
Yeah.
that'd be
Yeah.
much more value.
Yeah.
What do you think it's going to be like when they're okay? Just imagine a painting in 50 years, an AI painting. Are they going to be able to put out brush strokes with any kind of 3D depth or anything like that? Is it going to be?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then, right. So it'll look like an original.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could use a very sort of slight base. So, or if you Frank over that, you could use a very thick 3D printer on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
And then we get found out because then
Yeah.
then all the artists who for hundreds of years have been saying, "Oh, it's the soul in the painting, it's the emotion in the eyes,"
Yeah.
all that rubbish gets totally wiped out because you could just ask the computer to do it and it's indistinguishable.
Yes. Exactly.
I mean, it's fantastic.
Yeah. The thing
Several was
also
yeah.
is that I read a book that is about Magritte, and it said that when it's painting no, it's image yes now. I could see what they were saying. It's not because Magritte was famously quite flat in his styles. He didn't go for all that impasto and brush strokes and everything. He was quite. He did like illustration and sort of wallpaper design as well. And image yes, painting no, and that's really gone that way. Bad to see with the stencils, you can see all that. So I can see what they're saying there. So really that, and it even said in the book that Magritte, because of the like the key to dreams, or that the picture of the object and the wrong name of the object underneath, he was exploring that gap between the image and the work that actually did lead to some extent modern computing. He did have a sort of edge on that. So Yeah, and then we talk about it in terms of that. So yeah, I see what you're, I see what you're saying. I mean, if it can all be reproduced in on by AI now, then I suppose there is that sense of yeah, yeah,
I think no matter what we think or individually, I do think I do think that people are going to want to have they're going to want the person whether we like it or not.
yes,
Um,
yeah. I
it's not about sentimental about being my Freya or my granddaughter. It's
yeah,
going to be like I went to this art show. It was all done by robots. They were
yeah,
lovely, but so are the paintings in Target, or so are the paintings in Walmart.
yeah,
I want to meet the artist.
yeah,
I want to meet the artist because I want to live that lifestyle, or I want to get out of the office being a computer programmer,
mm,
and maybe they need it for their own reasons. So I think people are going to seek it just like poetry. You don't want to read a poetry book done by AI. It would kind of
mhm,
make you feel like, well, kind of, I want to know that I want to know. I don't know about others, but I want to know that Walt Whitman was sitting down in the grass writing poems,
yeah,
not a, computer coming from a giant, you know, water house,
yeah, yeah,
because I still have an imagination and I got to think of those things, even if I don't, it
yeah,
doesn't mean I'll buy it or I'll just know, I'll want to know the difference for myself.
yeah,
Maybe because I'm not a pure heart, like a kid, you know?
yeah,
So
What
it's
did you
just,
think of the AI Ron Troops?
he didn't do them. He said
Oh,
he lied. No, he lied. He
oh,
said this one because it was an abstract painting, and
mm,
he purposely asked for one that I had that was abstract, and
yeah,
enough, and
mm,
it was fun. It got everybody's it made a point, that's for sure. And
yeah,
the other
yeah,
talk, there were five other speakers, and one was um the George Washington of the musical Hamilton. Did you ever hear of the musical Hamilton?
yeah, mm,
Yeah, it's a major uh, Broadway thing right now, or has been for the past 10 years.
I see
And
the advert for it on the tube.
mm,
Yeah.
and, and and he went to the college that where I was showing the stuff. Yeah, so,
yeah.
so I don't
So,
know. Yeah.
no, what kind of answers did you get to your questions?
Oh, geez. Well, just what you get. I mean, like Emma said, there are a lot of them were already ready to go. Meaning, I was in the arts building, and a lot of half of the people there were students or at least inclined to give an interview. So they're going to feel that they're articulate enough to speak about art. Because I told them, it's just what you do, exact same questions. Um, you do it much better. I'm a little bit, I get chatty, so I had to do a lot of editing out of me going blah blah blah. And um, but uh, what was the one of them said, it made me laugh like out loud. Do you make art, and or what does art do for you? And she said, it keeps me alive, or it makes me want to stay alive.
Yeah,
So I said, okay. The kids are a little bit young, and they're they want to say something. So
yeah,
uh most of them said it'll keep me bonkers if I don't do art. Some were saying like I haven't I haven't painted a picture in a year, and I could feel it because I really, because college had got me doing all this other stuff.
mm,
So somebody made a makes his own longboards, whatever those are, like big skateboards,
All right,
yes,
yeah.
yeah,
and paints on them, and he paints. That's what he does. So he paints that way, and
yeah. Are they
I think,
surfing
yeah,
those balls? Are they like surfboards?
yes,
Yeah,
that's what he
'cause
said. Like the
I
stuff.
guess it's really Wilma Johnson surf because she was exhibiting at Highgate. I went to Highgate Art Society to see another show, and I bought the lady's book. It was a few months ago. Wilma Johnson, and she was surfing, but that artwork and surfboards is it's very individual to the surfer and to the artist as well. It's their own. To paint those balls is quite important. So yeah. Mm.
Yeah, he was from the Dominican Republic, so that makes sense. He's
Yeah,
surfing. I get it. All right.
yeah, yeah,
Thank you, Emma, for schooling me. Yeah. How about you, Edgeworth?
Well, it's this surf mum at school. She decided to go surfing. She was not having a midlife crisis and going through divorce with her kids, and she said, "I'm going to take up surfing," and that's how she sort of felt. So she coped with it all, really. But she was a painter. She just really likes.
I know who she is. I met her at your show, Edgeworth, at Highgate.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I started to follow her on Instagram. It's Wilma, or she got a really elderly mother, like 100, and she's and she was surfing. I've seen some of her. I follow her on Instagram, so I see her story a lot. And she's she paints, and she's also involved with a lot of nude women paint. They paint their bodies.
No.
Okay.
I mean, she was in the paper school. I mean, she was much younger. And she was at art school. She goes to St Martin's, but with Grace and Peril. She used to be part of a nude art collective or something. And yeah.
Well, they went back to the Tate last year and did it again.
Yeah.
Now. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they all got in the papers, and it made a big sort of fuss in the papers about it as well. Yeah, she's good. She's really good. Yeah. I'm going to go with that.
I wouldn't do that. I'd be a little nervous. How was Camden?
The weather will not settle down. Today was windy. I think. I mean, I went there. Was it last night to get some cardboard? I stabbed myself in the leg with my Stanley knife, so I had to come home early.
Oh.
I mean, it was really bad because I could feel that I stabbed it quite deep in my leg with the thing. I could feel the blood running down my leg.
No.
And I was on the bus. I was on the bus, and the bus was stuck behind the dustbin men going at about 5 miles an hour.
Oh.
And I thought, am I going to pass out on the bus?
I'm going to bleed out.
The bus. And then it pulled over so a couple of fire engines could go past. It's like every single delay that could happen on the bus.
Oh, yeah.
And I had my trouser tucked into my sock. So no blood. And I got home, and it wasn't too bad when I got home. But yeah, like it stopped me sleeping last night, and I'm having
if you cut the main artery there in your leg, you would have been a goner.
There's a lot of blood in your legs. As you're walking around, the blood does go to your legs quite a lot.
It's so hard because I've been trying to, because it bleeds a lot, and I'm trying to stop it bleed. So I can't. I'm trying to stop doing things like cross my legs, because I can feel the blood pumping when I do that.
It sounds like it's true. Sounds like you might need stitches, right? No?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think I might need stitches. I mean, I've put a load of antiseptic on it and a plaster, and I'll Dettol wash it tonight.
Jeez.
I think I might need stitches though. And I'm eating raw garlic.
Good. Well, that'll take care of bacteria. But what about how deep did it go?
I don't know. You know, when the blood is thicker, it comes out like deeper red.
Yeah.
It's not just the skin. It's not that thin, watery blood at the skin. It's that really rich blood.
Box cutter?
Yes. Yeah.
Rusty box cutter. Get a tetanus shot too while you're at it if you get stitches.
Oh right, no, it's a new blade.
Okay.
I went to Sainsbury's when I got home, and I bought 30 quid's worth of disinfectants and antiseptics and bandages.
Okay.
And I'm wiping it with pure Dettol just to and it stings, which I think if it stings, that's probably a good sign. It wasn't burning any affection. But I showed on a photograph of it, and I said if it starts getting hot or anything like that, I'll go to A&E.
Also, watch your leg too, and make sure you don't see it traveling anywhere. That's what happens when it gets sepsis. You could see it moving up the veins.
Yeah.
So if your blood gets infected, that's bad. I don't want to sound like crazy. That happened to me last year, and I had to be rushed to the emergency room and all that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just have a quick look at my leg now.
Emma's
nothing,
eating.
Nothing on it now. It just looks like a normal leg with a plaster on it.
Oh, that's good. It's not bleeding so much, yeah.
Well, when I Also, I have hairy legs, so taking the plaster off is agonising.
Got a shave?
Oh, I don't want to put a knife anywhere near it.
No.
But so I had to come home from Camden early without my full quota of cardboard. But no, about your question though, it was windy today. The forecast here, they can't even get the forecast right within a few hours.
Same here.
So I think it might be 5G. This 5G thing they've put in, apparently it screws up all their weather detecting kit. Apparently Saturday's going to be sunny and not windy, so it looks like Saturday's going to be the next Camden day.
Yeah.
When does On come? It's March, you said, right?
No, that's going to be more like May now.
May. Okay.
Yeah, we've had some. I mean, things are great with On, but we've had some things we've had to work around a little bit, which I can't really talk about online. But it's going to be probably like May now.
All right.
It comes. But yeah, I mean that's all fine. Your video, did you put it on YouTube?
I didn't. I wanted to hold off on YouTube for a while and kind of like give it to Blurp Media and Rumble. I put it on those two. And the reason there's two reasons. The first was YouTube doesn't pay me. That's number one. And number two is I didn't want the kids to go there I keep saying kids, sorry, because Rose works at the college, so she's always calling them kids, students, because they're young. But I didn't want the students to be turned off by the fact that only 5 people looked at their video. So because what I did get, which was very successful, was like 10 new follows on Instagram.
Wow.
From the and I got a lot of feedback, and not only that, but where I could see that they're checking it out too. So if anything, it was very inspirational when for them, inspirational, whatever. It kick-started them to see the real world, and it felt good, because I actually got through to them just by being there and showing them an alternative, free art, and I got so much praise and compliments, for like, this is the best thing, and it's gonna,
brilliant.
We'll see what happens.
Were they filming you at all?
No. Well, maybe. Okay. We weren't doing it back. No.
Okay. And are you going to go back there and do it again?
Oh, somewhere else now. Yeah.
Okay.
I got so much footage from the same crowd. I don't want to, I'll try to find people like Emma was saying that aren't prepared to give the art talk, that aren't going to school for art or always asked by a professor to, speak up. Let's hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
Because you're on the street and people who come up there and do that, maybe they too have, that confidence to talk. That's why they'll agree to the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Camden works out really well. It's good to have some literature for them to take as well, I find.
They took a couple Stomach Turner 2024 pamphlets.
All right.
Yeah. I was giving those away, saying take them. Somebody just came and just grabbed it, and I said, "Do you want anything else?" "No, this is good," and just went off. Some people stole. Do you ever get that? It was
I caught one on camera the other week.
Right, that's what did I.
Video. He grabs it and runs away. Yeah, no, I get quite a lot of thieving. Yeah.
Well, whatever. I was fine. They didn't take a lot. They just took one. It was two guys, and they each took one.
I don't mind people stealing something that I know they can't resell, because that means they're stealing it because they want it.
Sure. Yeah.
So I'm happy for them to steal. It just means they don't do the video, but I get plenty of videos anyway. I just want people who want the work to have it. So if they want to steal it, then that's fine.
You have I'm going to reiterate, you have the best spot because you're going to have different people every time, but you have that same backdrop, which is vibrant, which is, when you're watching as a person like me watching it, it's so much better than what I could do because I'm in a institution. It's quiet. You can.
That's it. You want to go out where there's skies, you say, in the background, and just
buildings
buildings. Yeah.
Well, you can make it good, just in different ways.
I know, right? Music.
I'm sure your first video is better than my first video.
Okay. Well,
my first video was me leaving jompies on bus seats.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. I think that won't. That's not a massive bar to get past. So you're probably as good as you're probably as good as I was when
Yeah.
when
Yeah. I guess I got to watch. You had to suffer first, so I got to follow your footsteps. Yeah.
the first mouse doesn't get the cheese.
Mm.
You get the cheese, right?
Right.
I get my next
Wow.
mouse and you get the cheese.
The third
Yeah.
mouse gets leftovers. Yeah.
Yeah, the third mouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what's that?
I went to the mall gallery on Saturday to see the Royal Oil Painter Institute. That was really good.
Got more, Emma?
And, yeah, there's some going. Yes, there's yes, I'm getting the leftovers now. Yeah, that was really good. You know, and I'm going to go back again on Saturday to see the fine art graphics exhibition that and that somebody I know's taken part there in the
Oh, nice.
So she does some beautiful pastel work. I think I was going to be there. So yeah,
I'm just making sure I get my Le Creuset frying pan on camera. So
oh yes,
very nice.
yeah,
we were selling
£200 that cost me.
Really?
I had to sit down after I bought it because I didn't. It's obviously a lot of money, but I read all this stuff online about how bad frying pans are for you.
Oh yeah.
And how it is worth getting a good one.
Mm.
So I went out with Freya to the Le Creuset shop and I was like, flipping heck, this is 200 quid, this frying. And I had to, well, once I got out the shop, I was devastated it took me about 5 or 6 minutes to get over, but it's one of the best investments I've ever made.
Mm.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. I have La Creuset. How do you pronounce it? Your friend. Creuset.
Yeah.
La Creuset. I have a nice casserole pan. Just love it. And they are great. But I want to get back to your oil paintings, Emma, but I want to finish on that because I just want to say this little anecdote of my life being a cook. I really got into cookware, and it's very expensive if you get the right stuff.
I mean, we would sometimes sell expensive saucepans, and people say, "Why is that £15?" And it's like, "Well, it's 15." I mean, yeah, it'd be something like that. It'd be a Oxfam. It'd be very expensive. Usually.
Mm. Then my daughter, for her wedding, our oldest daughter, we got her a whole set of All Clad, which are very, very strong, sturdy cookware, pots and pans, sauté pans. They're aluminum on the outside, and they have they're stainless steel on the outside, and they have an aluminum core. So the aluminum doesn't get to the food. It's stainless steel, but it's really great. It's a great conductor of heat. Anyway, that's a beautiful sauté pan.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Worth every penny.
Yes.
All right.
I think so.
I won't need another one. I'll show you this.
It
This
lasts
one.
a lifetime. Yeah.
My mum bought this before I was born.
That's already got fame. That's in our movie, Edgeworth.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you talk about that in the movie. Yeah.
Oh, do I?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
So Emma, what kind of oil paintings were they? Were they landscapes, modern? What?
All sorts, really. I bought the wrong book. I bought my sketchbook instead of the catalogue. I haven't had a look, but I should have bought the catalogue. There are all sorts of really nice pictures, some lovely landscapes, some beautiful one of the park, a painting of the park, and the. So
nice.
Can you look at the back? Are you looking at those flowers? Because what I did was I painted them, then I squashed it down, and you got a nice imprint.
You've done an Andy Warhol. This is what Andy Warhol used to do with his shoes.
Yeah.
Is that what he did with shoes?
Yeah. Coming through the paper, and also the other thing that can't be done by AI. Not at the moment. So because it's relying on the chance effects of and there's a nice bit when it sticks to the paper.
Nice.
She pulls off the paper. That's completely by chance. No algorithm can do that. So it might. I don't know. It's another way of getting around the AI sort of.
If you took these Camden, Emma, you would wipe the floor with me.
Well, I seem to have some prints, okay, but that's where it's stuck to the paper. But I've got like,
Oh, nice. I like how that. I like how you did that.
when it comes out and sticks to the paper. So that's something else.
So good.
Well,
every one of them is so
but
good.
they're mainly landscape sketches. But there's beautiful painting of London parks in the exhibition, the Wall Gallery. And that's why I like going, because I like just seeing the local areas really being painted. But I'm going to go back on Saturday, and I'm going to the fine arts. So I'll bring in the catalogues next time, and then we can look at the catalogues, both of them, and I'll show you some of the pictures because they're really lovely.
Good.
Galleries.
I will look forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't like the Mall Gallery so much,
No.
do you? It is quite a little bit stuffy and conservative, but it is a nice place, and they had not the Turner Prize there as well. They don't like the Turner Prize and stuff like that much either. So
Right.
yeah, they do quite a lot of these. I always go to see the Natural Eye, and they do quite a lot of these sort of bursaries for younger painters, and also drawing. They have drawing trips for artists, especially to the birds. And
Oh, that sounds like fun. Yeah.
And they went to Norway for one trip. So it's I quite like it. I mean, and this lady,
I don't think-
Matthews is taking part, so I want to go back and have another look at her work in that one. So I'll come back with 2 catalogues, and I'll show you the catalogues next week. Well, we were talking about going to see Harry Adams, weren't we?
Oh, are you going to go?
No, I don't. Well, not
Right.
if you not. I mean,
No,
I hope for a bit.
Who's Harry Adams? Is he a painter?
Well,
He's Steve Lowe. He is they're the L13 people. Do you know L13?
13, what, the original Stuckists?
No, there's a gallery. Well, they're not a gallery. They're like a studio, and they're in London, and they do like these big landscapes and big pictures of the sun and the moon and stuff.
Right.
They've got an exhibition now. Harry Adams is a collaboration, and one of them is Steve, who comes down the studio on Mondays with Billy. Because
Yes,
Steve,
you told me about him. Mhm.
yeah, Steve does a lot of work with Billy. So,
Okay.
and he also does work, Jimmy Coulty, Jamie Reed, that kind of stuff. It's all based in L13.
Do they make money?
I assume they do. I mean,
Get into L13.
no. I've funny you should mention this, because the guy, well, actually, I want to say who it is. Somebody sent me this thing about these artists in Stratford, and they say, "Oh, you should get in with these." I think with free art, frees art, it's imperative. Is imperative mean important? It's imperative that we don't barnacle ourselves onto people who are just going to drown us out.
Of course. Right.
So
right.
I'm steering clear of everyone. So I don't want to be with a gallery. I don't want to be with a collective. Like these people in Stratford, it's quite street art, and I could see where I might be slightly relevant to them. But I'm getting the impression now with free art, frees art, we should be isolating ourselves from other people, not joining in.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not going to like private views or nothing like that. That's all irrelevant to me now. Now it's Black Ivory.
Yeah.
Black Ivory, Camden, and just forget everyone else, because everyone else is just going to get in the way. We've got enough to be getting on with, I think. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure L13 aren't interested in working with you anyway. But even if they were, I would probably not really want to. I'd rather do it myself, because the whole ethos of what we're doing really is do it yourself. If you want something done properly, do it yourself. Do the gallery, do your own distribution, do your own marketing, do your own artwork. Believe it or not, doing your own artwork's a novelty these days. We just do it everything ourselves, and I think that's really the way to go. Otherwise, other people just ruin it.
Oh, yeah. I've got an email from Charles. She was doing this poem. Did you get that one on? Yeah, I think from Charles about the poetry festival.
No, I didn't.
Oh, Sexton, Ming, and other people they're sending paintings to this poetry festival. In June. Yeah.
I did get a message from Charles. Have you seen Charles will start putting his paintings on Facebook?
Yeah, what's going on? What's he getting mortal?
I don't know. I guess the planets have aligned and has pulled him in a certain direction.
Yeah.
And now he's putting his paintings on Facebook. They're good. I mean, his
course.
is really good.
Well, I know.
They're flat color paintings, and I looked at the dates on them, and they're after his switch to the more loose hand kind of work. So it looks like he's returned to his old way of painting.
Mm.
Those were all recent?
Well, 5 or 6 years old.
Mm.
Yeah, right. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
post his sloppy phase.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking maybe Emin put something up like, let's start posting, and
Yeah.
Charles started to post. He threw it all out there. And I said I wanted to answer him, but I didn't want to look like I was just like, getting in a tug of war with a guy or something. So I just said I'll put a couple up and I did. But sometimes I just want to put 50 up there because I'm bored. I'll just keep putting paintings up there. But the founder, he can do that. But if I do it, then I just look like I'm trying to like muscle my way in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I've always found the Stuckers and Facebook page is probably not the right place to put work because it just means your feed is just endless scrolling of people's latest paintings.
Yeah.
So I tend to only, if I put something on the Stuckers and Facebook page, it's because it's something like we might do a podcast now talking about Stuckism.
Yeah.
It's
right.
It's
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I put my stuff about the gallery, my show, with my statements.
Yes, saw that
on the.
It's like a newspaper.
Yeah, that's fine because that's to advertise. But I know what you mean because you just keep on pushing one painting after another. It doesn't.
My latest painting. Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Right.
Yeah, well,
right.
Yeah. But but now that I've made that critical minerals, I called it, and I painted a critical mineral, so that I've got two added to our manifestos now. I've got benefit culture, benefits culture, and painted paint is a critical mineral. So that's another one I've done.
I got two.
That's
so I'm still
more time in Stuckism. That's two that I've come up with. So for the manifesto.
Well, you've got benefits culture.
But it's from years of experience. So I suppose you have to put it that way.
Is there any news on your show?
Well, I'm going to go back in. I'm going to go back in at the end of March because I'll go back to meetings then, and I'll have to follow that up a bit as well. So, and I will mention that we quite like to have a group show with a definite date, and I'll talk to Tim about that, and then we'll get a definite date sorted out because it would be good to have a three-way show there, wouldn't it? Really, I think it would be good.
I mean, if you can do it all.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. I mean, it'll be okay. That's fine. Yeah. So, and
because I'm going to be full steam ahead with Camden.
Yeah, but then once you get a date, you can advertise from Camden.
Yeah, Camden. Yeah.
And then we'll send a couple of pictures over, and then we can link up if you're not.
I'll just come over and be there for opening.
Nice if you're not with us.
That'd be so great. Have you got any like possible dates or anything you're thinking of coming over, or is it more sort of?
Not yet, but you were talking about you don't know what you're doing in November time, August, October, November.
Right.
Did somebody just get electrocuted? What was that sound?
There's someone at the door.
Oh, okay.
Down there.
Do you guys have Girl Scouts in the UK?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Do they sell cookies? Do they go door to door and sell cookies?
No.
Someone's left a bin bag on our door. Dad, can you get that? Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, coming out there. Yeah, so let's see what Emma can get the show. Start with that. What about you? When are you going to Thailand? What are your thoughts about that?
I'm thinking of going to Portugal in November.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
With On. It depends because when she comes here, she'll have 6 months. If she gets the visa, she's got 6 months. So let's say that finishes around November when the weather starts getting cold. We're going to Portugal just to see what it's like there, because they've got good tax law in Portugal. And I think the way British government's going is sharply downhill, which means our taxes are going to go sharply uphill. And I want to get out before they start getting too serious and all that.
How long do you have to wait? How long do you have to be a resident of Portugal before you can start taking advantage of that?
Well, once you're out the country, as long as you're not residing in England, then I won't be on their books, if you know what I mean. As long as I can convince HMRC that I have genuinely left, and not only have I left, but my business activity has left the country as well. As long as I can demonstrate that, then however long anything takes in either Portugal or Thailand or wherever, doesn't matter. Next February, I could get a retirement visa in Thailand, but the problem is I'll then not really be allowed to work. So I need to check the legality of being to be a sole trader operating in Thailand. I don't think I could do that on a retirement visa. I'm not sure. I'd have to check with a lawyer. But we're going to go Portugal, see if we like it. If we like Portugal, then we might spend some time there. If Portugal's no good, then we'll just fly straight off to Korat and go to Korat like we did last year and stay there for a few months.
Where do you think in Portugal do you want to look at? Where do you want to start?
Somewhere in the middle of nowhere. I don't want to be near anyone else. I just want a load of space. Because Korat, I want it to be like Korat in Europe.
What about Italy?
I'd have to check again what the laws are in Italy.
There's a couple who, the only reason I'm saying this, they're on Ecency, and they met on Ecency from two different worlds, and they got together and they bought a little land, and they're living pretty much, off the grid.
Yeah.
Right? Off grid, right? And they're artists. They make stuff all the time when they can, but you should follow them if you can. Art Clarista is her name, and his name is Vinjemimin or something like that. Either way, they are always posting about how they're getting by, and definitely hand them out. So it's just interesting, and then they would know all about Italian things. Maybe there's something about Portugal too on Ecency or Blurt or Steam it.
I saw one guy who's moved to southwest of France. Again, really nice weather.
I was there. I like it. Very nice place. Yeah.
I think he bought a plot of land there for about £6,000, and he's going to use it as a place he just goes and visits every now and then. But he ended up thinking, actually, I'm happier here than I am home, so he just moved out there. And like I say, then you got to work out your finances. But I like hot weather, so as long as it's good weather, and I like peace and quiet. I don't want to be in the middle of a big town. And then come back to London for Camden. So when I need to do Camden during the summer, I just come back to London for that.
If I had dual citizenship with another country, I'd still have to pay U.S. taxes all the time. Is that because my father had a good friend lived in the UK, and he had dual citizenship, and he had to pay. I forgot what it was, but he had to definitely have to pay full ride U.S. It's not you don't get any break unless you get rid of the citizenship.
Just by having a U.S. passport,
being a citizen of the U.S., being a citizen,
if you're not economically active in that country at all.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah. And I don't know the percentage, but it's significant. It's a big deal. They get you here.
They're inventing, like in Holland, they're just going to tax people on what they own, even if they haven't sold it, which is I think that's insanity.
What do you mean? What do you mean, like a house or something?
Yeah, unrealized gains. In Holland, they're going to tax you on your unrealized gains.
I'm confused. Don't you have house tax? Don't you have real estate taxes? Yeah.
No, we don't. We have council tax, but I think what's going to come in this country is I think they're going to push socialism on us, so they basically take everything they can. And the other thing I'm worried about is that they're also talking about exit taxes. So if you want to leave, you've got to pay 20% just to get out.
Well, I think that's trying to stop non-dom sort of tax evasion. That's what they're trying to do.
Well, they could be trying to do what they like. But if the net result is that I've got to pay 20% just to get out, then I'm getting out before the 20%.
Yeah.
So your house in Muswell Hill, you guys don't pay property tax?
Not yet. No.
Do you know what it's like here? You realize we never own our homes here. You can have this house.
I know. I've been following what Mandani's all about, and apparently all this I'm going to give you tons of free stuff surprisingly didn't materialize, and I think they're looking at now how can we raise tax if Albany don't take it off the rich for us. And
right. I think
ugly.
It's actually he's gonna win that for sure because it's enormously popular among the people who vote Democrat here. Everyone, because our property taxes are insane. Rose and I pay about $7,000 a year just to live here.
Yeah, it is inside.
Yeah,
even if the house is owned, even if you own it outright, you pay for the rest of your life. There's no owning your house.
Yeah.
So the bank gets you with the.
That to me is a nightmare.
It is a nightmare.
It's like, why should you have to keep paying tax? I mean,
it pays for our schools. We have to pay for the school. Local communities pay for the school district, and the school district budget in this little town is $83 million a year. I mean, and that they just take it right from the people who live here. It's everywhere. There's property taxes all over the country. Some states have less, much less, but New York State, where I live, is horrible. California is incredibly is insane.
So do the wealthy leave, or do they stay and pay all this huge tax?
Rupert Murdoch, he's and who's the other guy? Michael Bloomberg. They have their beautiful penthouses in New York City. They're not going anywhere.
They
all claim to, but then what are they going to do? Go live in Pennsylvania? All the actions in New York. It'd be like I don't know. What were the Beatles paying back in their day? Like 95%,
80
taxes.
80%.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they came and they got out when they could.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I think Texas is going to have a stock exchange soon. So JP Morgan, I think, are shifting all their staff out to Texas.
Yeah.
Because business follows the money.
Unfortunately, yeah. And you know what else follows? Texas, this is my perspective, and Florida, and all these places that are trying to grab business are like open prison camps with weapons.
Yeah.
There's only a fool would want to live there. There's just, the culture is so depressing. And I mean, I can't even, I've been to Texas. I've spent much time in Florida. It's just it's very backwards. That's all I could say. It's, you don't even want to know anybody. It's difficult to find. I was telling you about the religion aspect. I think I was telling you, I was down there last year, and my friend and his wife, they moved into this development, and they were approached on many occasions in the first couple months, asking them what religion they are, where do they go to church, things that are just not savory,
No, it's intolerance.
I like where I live. I'm willing to pay for it because I can be me. I'm very free here to be who I am.
Yeah.
As far as an artist, I'm very comfortable. I don't know if I could ever get that again. It seems like in America now, it's the only people allowed to make paintings are 20-year-olds, and it's like a different culture. You're not in, when Henry Miller went to France on his passport, they said, "Oh, you're a writer, welcome to France, have fun, make some writing." Right. And when he went to England at the same time, they said, "Ah, you're a bum.
Yeah, so that's it, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Right.
I know, yeah.
So guess where I was this week?
Yes.
I was in Boston, and I got to go to a natural history museum and see everything on Earth, that every mammal and bird that was taxidermied at a natural history museum. It was like it was,
You'd have liked that, Emma.
I would.
Yeah,
I
she's
used to go
sketching.
to the Natural History Museum in Cambridge, and I used to do sketches there a lot. So I used to love that, and drawing bones and skeletons of animals.
oh yeah.
That's so good to do that because you really get a sense of form and you really get a sense of anatomy and whenever you draw animals, yeah, that gives you if you can see the bone structure of underneath it, you can get an idea of what it really helps. Yeah, so if you get a chance to study that and go back and do some sketches, it's very good. It's very good for you, your drawing skills. Yeah, yeah.
I've given up on my drawing skills. You're still pursuing them?
Yeah, maybe. Also evolution as well. You can see all the evolution sort of taking place. And
Yeah.
that's a wonderful thing to see as well. The skulls and the birds. It's very much with birds in the Natural History Museum in Cambridge. But it's it's lovely. Yeah, it really is.
Have you noticed base has stopped working?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
They took all my money. I had like $20 in there, and now I got 1 penny. What happened?
As soon as I think I broke it. As soon as I started putting stuff in there, it just stopped working.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
So when's your next freeze art?
Well, you're going to go on Saturday. I got to wait for the weather to break, and I'm going to try to do it. Probably I'll go downtown or someplace that's not, you wouldn't expect people to do it.
Would you go to a shopping mall to do it if someone did that?
Yeah, I wouldn't be probably allowed inside, but something like that's a good idea. Yeah, somewhere where I don't know. I would. I've been imagining like going to an art fair and sitting outside and doing it, but I think I want to just get the average everyday Joe and Judy. Just I want to hear what they have to say.
Any event where there's a large number of people wandering around.
Right. Yeah. So I just have to look for that. Although I'm also giving away, I got to start coming up with like what you're doing and making more art specifically for that because, those kids, they took off with some pretty good pieces.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Ones that I really liked. I'm going, why am I giving away my best stuff? I gotta, whatever.
That's something you need to, when I do like those little ones, I've done 206 of the blonde cards.
Blonde, yeah.
And that's 206 interviews, which I'm going to get fairly cheaply because those things are pretty throwaway.
Well, right. Well, you can make them in a week. You can make a couple weeks. You can make 200 of those. Yes, right.
Yeah. But
so they were pleased. I mean, I made some friends, right? But some followers, Also, Rose and I, when we were driving to Boston, we like to listen to books on tape, and we listened to a book called "The Art Thief." Oh, Did you ever hear this? Did you ever hear this guy? Like 1999, 2000, 2001. He was French in the north eastern France, and he stole with his girlfriend. He'd go into museums, and they would steal very specific Renaissance art, like oil paintings, paintings on copper.
Yeah.
Sculptures. He amassed, he would take it home and he put it in his attic. He lived with his mother and he had it in his attic, him and his girlfriend. You've heard of this guy?
No.
They have a $2 billion haul, the greatest haul ever in art, according to, the value of the pieces. And he would just go into museums just all over Germany, Switzerland, France, Belgium, and just take art. But they were all trying to find out, why isn't he selling? These aren't going on the market anywhere. They couldn't find him because he was just an for aesthetic purposes. He wanted to have the paintings.
So did he end up in jail?
He sure did, but way not nearly as long as I thought he would get. So they finally caught him because he got careless and greedy. He almost turned into more of a hoarder now. You know,
He sounds like someone who's was it kleptomania or something?
They said though he had many after getting arrested. They did analysis on him many times from many different people.
He might have been mentally ill. Yeah,
And it was a little bit of a hoarding personality, but he was also had something that is rare, and it still is not a condition according to the institutes of psychology that people who really get turned on by specific types of art, and they have an urge to have it.
They have to have it. Yeah,
because he didn't steal other things until the long afterwards, after he went to jail. But he was in jail a total of, I think, 3.5 years. And his girlfriend threw him under the bus. She didn't have any jail time. He stuck his mother with everything because he got caught and it was all there. And somehow he was able to get word to her, even though she played along but didn't know for sure. And she took all the art and put it in a river, all the silver and gold, and she took all the paintings into a forest and burnt them all, while he was in jail. Yeah.
Wow.
Like 88 oil paintings, and the rest was like whatever.
There was a big loss. It was a big loss to art, wasn't it? Really? I mean,
museums, sure. They were just crazy, flabbergasted. It was nuts. But the biggest one of all time. It was a fascinating story.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good heavens! Yeah.
Oh, no. So what have you learned? What have you learned from your first freeze art that's going to change your second one?
I learned what I was telling you both about. Where you are matters, meaning I got to find a place that's going to be a little bit more vibrant, where I can do a little more B-roll that isn't so, look, a wall, that's all there was, it's like, my B-roll is Rose coming to sit down with me during lunch.
Yes. Yeah.
And I got a guy, one of those Zambonis, the guy who cleans the floor with that machine.
Yeah.
I got him in it.
Yeah.
I learned that he got intimidated because he was all excited to get a piece, and then after watching all the kids do their art
that's it. I mean, the trouble is that if you have like the kids who are doing the degree in art and everything, and then other people see them talk, that's exactly what's going to happen. They say, well, I'm not an expert, I'm not studying this field, I don't know what to say. When you really want a more spontaneous reaction. So
exactly.
if you can go to shopping mall, you'll be undercover, you'll be able to meet up for lunch and in those places to eat, and then do what you do in the shopping mall. That's
a good idea. I'm thinking I know right where to go too.
Yeah, but
in England you couldn't do it in a shopping mall.
Yeah.
Because that's private property, isn't it? Shopping mall.
No, I'd be outside. I know where to park where it wouldn't be on their property, but it's right next to the entranceway. Yeah, so a public property I could find.
The security guards might not like it. I mean, the only thing I was saying about in England is that they're perhaps more busy trying to get shoplifters.
Well, security guards have a remit.
Yeah.
And if you're on public property, it's not the security guard's concern what you're doing. So as long as you're in the right place, right, there's nothing anyone can do about it. There's anything illegal. Right.
Yeah.
There's a really big festival in May in Rochester. It's called the Lilac Festival because lilacs, it's just a huge city of lilac trees, just like cherry trees in, I don't know, Osaka or something. And that would be a good spot because it's in a park. It takes place in a big public park, so I can easily have, plop down. And you got all these vendors trying to sell something, and I'd be the one giving it away. They'd probably stone me.
Yeah.
What else did I learn? I learned that your questions are excellent. Those simple, the more simple it is, the better, because then the people can bring it out. I ended up giving that guy free art, by the way, the Zamboni rider, because I just said, take it. Don't worry about it. Take some. So he took some. He took some home. Are you going to ever go anywhere else, or are you just going to try to always be in Camden?
Yeah, no,
but yeah, if you got people know you there and you got a patch there now,
I know.
I'm not gonna. I'm not. I've got my unique selling point. I'm just gonna focus on that. You know, it's better to do a small thing well than a big thing badly. I know I can do Camden, and I look at Alan and Zombie. You know,
Yep.
Just being there. All you got to do is be there, and it will work. The only problem I've got is the weather. But obviously now we're coming into mid-March, that should go, and then by October, November, I will be part furniture there, as long as nothing gets in my way. Then so I'm just going to stick to that simple plan. Same place, same deal, same setup. Keep it simple, because if you start getting confused and dotting around, people get frustrated and they lose interest. If it's a really simple concept done in a really simple way, then I think that's what people like. You know, like again, like Zombie. Simple. Help a punk get drunk. Sits there in his kit, you know.
Well, I did realize after looking at the video when I was done that anytime I did as close as I can to their faces like you do, and anytime I rambled, and I did, their eyes go down. They lose their
yeah
push, whatever they're getting out of themselves. I screw it up.
Yeah.
So I learned that I have to talk less unless I need to help them along. And that's what you do. You help people along, but you just don't go off talking too much. So I gotta make sure I do that so I don't lose them. So I'll keep you informed. I had fun. It was really exhilarating. It felt great. Rose sent me a podcast we have to listen to tonight. She said about how doing art keeps you younger and healthier from these psychiatrists or whatever. So creativity is important in it, and it also helps with longevity and doesn't make you age as fast.
Oh, that's good. Keeps you young. Yeah, I'm going to a crit evening on next Wednesday, because we've got our exhibition with Milton Arts coming up. So I've got a couple of paintings to put in, for the crit evening. But it's a bit awkward because the ones that I put in for the crit evening last year, that everyone looked at them, they liked them. They're going to go in the exhibition this year. But by the time I filled out the forms and I put some other pictures in the exhibition. So the thing is that now I'm putting them in a year later. So they're the ones that are going to go into the exhibition, and I've got 2 more coming in for the crit evening. So I'm keeping turnover, you know, and it's quite good because I'm going to get 2 for the crit evening. They were the ones with little like a little fridge magnet in it, using a bit of collage in these 2, so see how they like the collage. So that's on Wednesday, and yes, that's what I'm going to do. So on Thursday I'll be here to do the show the Moore Gallery brochures and show the work hit at the Moore Gallery, and then on Friday perhaps I'll be going to that Harry Adams exhibition. If you change your mind, I don't know.
No, I'm not going to change.
But you know the email, so
I'm not changing my mind. We have
full. My timetable's full. I'm loading up my eBay and Etsy shops now, so I've got no time at all for anything. I think today and yesterday I've probably put about 50, 60 items into eBay and Etsy.
It takes forever. It takes forever to do one.
Well, I'm not putting in it. I'm putting in the minimum details. I'm not putting in dimensions or anything like that.
Did they let you? They let you do that? Minimum?
Yeah, that's all voluntary. I just put the photos in. I copy and paste the same description from the, and then I skip all the voluntary stuff. I don't even bother doing tags most of the time, because I'm not going for eBay traffic or Etsy traffic. I'm only interested, to be honest, this is the thing about eBay and Etsy and art. The people who are a pain in the neck are the people who are on Etsy and eBay looking for paintings. I don't want them. I want people who come to Camden and then go from Camden to eBay.
Yeah.
So I'm not putting tags on. I'm not putting keywords in. My
I thought I
titles are
had to.
two or three
I
words.
thought you had to put those things on.
No.
I think they've changed it now.
An eBay listing takes 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna get on that for sure. Because last I played with Etsy, I thought, man, it just took me 7 minutes to put up one painting. You know,
Yeah.
Oh God, doesn't take you
Skip
long.
it. Yeah. Because imagine my cardboard ones. Imagine if I had to put in the dimensions of every single one of them, because they're
Right.
all irregular side. So
Right.
what I do, I make sure that my face is in the photo, so you can see how big it is.
Good idea.
You know. So I do 4 photographs and 1 video, and a short title. Don't bother with keywords. Then just scroll right down past all the rubbish, and then just put the price in. Have the same payment policy, the same refunds policy for all your listings. And then once you've done one, the next one, you don't do a new one, you just go sell similar. And if you do sell similar, you just need to change the photos and videos and the title, and then just scroll right down to the bottom, list. So your second one of the same series takes you less than 1 minute.
Yeah.
Good. That's what I need.
All
right.
Thanks. Some daffs tomorrow because it's from Mildred. I put in flower paintings and I got some in the bag. But it reminds me of my dad. He told me this story because he used to ride a motorbike when he was a kid, you know, and he used to go see my mum, and he had this beautiful bouquet for her, and he put them on the back of his motorbike. And by the time he got there, all the flower heads had blown off.
Yeah, right.
So it held up in all the flowers. So I'm hoping they won't, but I've got lots of little pots and things around the place. I'm going to do a little veranda sort of set up a green glass arrangement with the daffodils and paint some daffodils tomorrow. So I've got something to put in for the exhibition. So yeah, and also it'll be a couple of paintings and the daffodils, and the collage ones perhaps for the following year. So that's.
Are you going to take pictures at the exhibition? Are you going to photos or anything like that? So are you going to document it?
No, not really. It'll be a group show, so we just bring them along and put them in on. Yeah, we'll just put them in. It's a lovely event. We've got a lot. You've come to it. There's a nice big spread.
Mildred. I went. I went to Mildred.
Nice events and lots of lovely food put out, and it's a bit.
The best.
And I've sold a few there, so go on.
You stick out like a sore thumb at Mildred.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Because she's original.
It was all these kind of
it's a bit
watery landscapes and watery boats and watery animals, all that kind of 2 a penny stuff.
Yeah.
And then right full of it, Emma.
Oh, thanks. I think I put the owl ones in, didn't I? The owl in Sunrise, but that's in the other bookshop now. But
I think I might have told you this before. That was the best compliment I got years ago, and it was a show like that where it was a New York State show, but everything was landscapey, flowery, whatever. And and a lady came up to me and she said, "This is yours," or whatever, and said, just basically, I stood out and I made it less boring, is what she said. So I said, "Oh, that's good." Yeah.
Well, they used to say to me, "Emma's got a very distinctive style." That was a nice thing to say. It's a nice thing to say.
It's true.
It's got a very.
That's why I singled out you two.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want one and Emma.
Yeah.
And I don't. That'll do me because we've got a meaningful common denominator. This thing where we don't fit in any other jigsaw other than Black Ivory. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Well, it's only because you have me. All right, guys, I have to go because I have to get dinner ready, and I have to pick up Rose because I had the car today for groceries.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, hope those daffodils survive the way home, but they should do. So.
You have daffodils. Wow, you already got the flowers out, huh?
Yeah, and I've got all the little pots. I've got loads of little pots around the place. I can do a green glass arrangement with the daffs. I think that would set it off quite nicely. Look, all my green glass. So yeah, okay.
That's what you're saying.
Green and blue. Yeah, okay then. Okay.
All right, we'll talk hopefully next week.
Great.
Get to Camden. Tell the weatherman to get it right.
Yes. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
See you later.
Thanks for the late crusade. See you.
Bye.
Bye.